This undetectable era stuff.
Yes, big, big.
I've been hearing a lot about it.
So, social media always has a way of letting the people know or giving something a new term, but it's just being natural with what you're doing.
Which is what we've already been doing, right?
Correct.
But now it's almost like mainstream. Everyone is moving away from that pillow face look or overfilled look.
Let me talk about that for just a minute because the only thing that I appreciate celebrities bringing things to light, but I also get irritated when people take things to the extreme. Not all filler is bad filler. And actually, ABC News did something last week on this influencer skincare specialist. She calls herself, and I don't even know her real credentials. She's not an NP or PA or an RN. She had, I guess, a ton of filler and ended up dissolving it all. And now she's like saying that filler is bad. And that part I can't get behind. One of the shifts in my practice or how I've done things initially in its education and as you grow is incorporating skin into
Yeah.
our treatment plans, because I'll say this 1,000 times, I can pump you full of injectables, but if you
What
don't
is
care what your skin looks like, we're not gonna be successful. So everything in moderation is reasonable.
mm-hmm.
And I think if your injector knows their boundaries and what you want to achieve and what's proportionate for you, probably are in safe hands. I always say right placement, right product, right candidate. I mean, you have to weigh a lot of different factors when you're choosing filler, but it is a turnoff for me when people speak very negatively about that, because volume restoration and augmentation has been around, it's going to be around, and it's an amazing tool that we have, non-surgical, to be able to help people look rejuvenated and refreshed.
Right. I think that's more like an advanced thing too, because a lot of people when they first get into it, it's just Botox, it's just fillers, and they just
Mm-hmm.
fill and fill and fill. But you do get to a point where you do have to address the other issues, and that's where you are, and
Right.
that's where you try to educate and teach. And that was because that was more advanced for me too. I was coming from just Botox and fillers, so
Yeah.
I think that's more like an advanced thing.
Agree. And not everyone has the modalities. So if you don't have the modality in your
Yeah, you
practice
can't
to
really
be able,
push it.
right,
Yeah,
or you're going to promote only what you have that may or may not be what the patient needs.
right.
So that's another conversation.